Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bernadette from Burn Stitches. Happy November, everyone. I can't believe it, but October came by and flew so fast. I don't know what happened to the month. So I hope you all had a good October stitching time. Hope you had a lot of fun stitching Halloween if you're a seasonal stitcher. It's been pretty eventful the last few weeks. I just got back from Stitch West last weekend. That was so fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna do a recap in this video to talk to you about everything that happened during that weekend. Halloween also came, so we had about 170-ish kids come by. We went through a bag and a half of candy, which was fun. We also had some friends over. Some of our friends really wanted to give away candy because, you know, the area where they live, they don't get a lot of children. So I've invited them to come over so they can pass out the candy. And it was really fun. We basically ordered food. I got Jollibee, and then, you know, opened up a few bottles of wine and sake, and then we headed out and sat in our front porch and just passed out candy to every trick-or-treater, babies up to adults. So that was really fun, and it's really cute to like see people so excited. We've had one, I want to say she's probably like 4 or 5 years old. She was so funny. She basically got the candy, and then as she was walking away, she started giggling and was like, "I love candy." So that was super cute. We also had one trick-or-treater that was very technical. He came in with a group of other kids, and they were all dressed up as if they were Hogwarts students. So this last kid, he also had like glasses and everything. So my friend basically asked if he's Harry Potter, and he just like looked at us and was like, "I'm 10 years old. Harry Potter got his letter when he was 11, and he's probably your age by now." We were like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that was funny. Very technical, but he's adorable. So that was very cute. What else? There was this kid dressed up as a cup of noodle. She was very creative. She basically had yarn coming out of her outfit to represent the ramen noodles. That was super cute. And she was wearing the suspenders so that it looks like she's a walking cup of noodles. So that was pretty cool. So I love Halloween, seeing like everybody dressed up. We've had adults dressed up, and they kept saying like, "Oh, this candy is for my baby," but we were just like, take a candy for you and your baby. Like, we don't shame here. So whatever age you're at, you know, don't feel shame to go trick-or-treating. There's always a little kid inside of us. Yeah, what else happened? I got a refresh on my hair. So I got that done the day before Halloween. So I just trimmed it a little bit, give it back some body of my hair. And then, yeah, my hairstylist just did both lowlights and highlights because it is about to be fall. So as always, she did a good job. Yeah, I think that's really it. And then yeah, Stitch West happened a week ago. That was so fun. I'm still recovering, but that was so fun. I already miss my friends, and I can't believe I don't even see some of them until April. All right, so before we get into the stitching, I just wanted to mention all the Flosstubes that I've watched. I looked up my history so I can get an idea, because some of these this is basically like the last 3 weeks. So Flosstubes that I watched, I just caught up with the Floss Boss and Cousins, Christy and Callie. So I watched the last 2 videos. I feel the pain of the Feast of Friendship house. You really do have to be careful. That house is humongous. I also caught up with Brenda of Handwork Maniac. Happy retirement, Brenda, and it was so good to see you at Stitch West. I'm amazed at how much stitching she does. It's amazing. She gets a lot of stuff done, and I love all of her whips. I also caught up with Morgan of What's Morgan Stitching. It's been a while, but I love it every time she comes up with a new video. She's one of the very first Flosstubes that I watched back in the day. She was called the Honeybee Stitcher. So really love it. She just had a baby, and I was also checking out her Bella Filipinas. They look so good. She finished one of them, which is Queen of like Amethyst Mermaid. It was really beautiful. Makes me kind of miss my fancy ladies, but every time I pick it up, I can't with the two-stranded floss, but we'll see. Maybe I'll pick up my mermaid. That would be really fun. I also caught up with Lisa of Black Coffee and Grits. She has been influencing me in all of the Halloween stitching. She keeps doing all of these really fun ones. So she just finished the Teresa Kogut one with the little witchy girl and the cat. I don't know what it's called. I just wrote it down as Teresa Witch. So I am definitely have added that to my wish list, and I'm gonna pick it up when it goes on sale. I also watched Lori Holt and watched her Year of Stitching video. This is because my friend Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, kept mentioning all of these like really big houses that she's made, and she said like it looks fantastic. So I had to check out her video, and it was indeed fantastic. I also, of course, watched Jordan, the tattooed stitcher. If you want a very descriptive Stitch West recap, you should check out her video. She also had great haul. We went shopping, like shop till we drop. I love it. As usual, I watched Jessica of Sweetwater Stitcher. It was so good to have finally met her at Stitch West. I also caught up with Christy of Crosshatch Quilts. Everything she does is perfection. So I'm so excited to watch her future winter videos because I'm sure I'm going to be very much enabled. And then of course I watched my friend Sarah of Memphis Sarah E. Her last video was her recap of Stitching in the Wild. I love listening to different kinds of retreats, so definitely worth catching up if you want to if you wanted to hear like what Stitching in the Wild is all about. And then lastly, this is a new to me Flosstube. This is a mom and daughter duo, and their channel is We Stitch and We Know Things. So that was really fun for the video that I watched. It's really funny when they gave me a shout out. They said the mom said I'm very young. I am very much touched and humbled that you think I'm very young. I just look young, but I am actually quite old. But thank you so much, and I'm glad that you enjoy my videos. All right, so that was all the Flosstube that I watched. I still have a long list to go, so I'll be keeping y'all updated every single video. So we have a lot to catch up on. It's been 3 weeks since my last video. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will talk about things that happened before Stitch West, like stuff that I stitched, and then we'll go on to Stitch West, and then we'll do all the hauls and plan. So let's talk about whips that I stitched before Stitch West. Okay, so my last video, in my last video, I started Yuletide Welcome, and so I stitched it for one more day after that video. And so this is where I ended up with Yuletide Welcome. I am in my living room, so if you also hear my dog later, that's because he's all excited that there's people coming. But yeah, so this is where I ended up with Gold Tide Welcome. I love this fabric so much. This is on 36 count vintage sand dune by Lakeside Linens, and the design is called Gold Tide Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. So this is on my very cute pumpkin bag from my friend Jordan. This is the pattern, a Gold Tide Welcome. It is ginormous. I'm very happy. Last time you saw, I finished the entire border, like just the border that connects, and then I was working over here. So I was so excited when I was stitching this. So I might do, I'm probably gonna do this like on the 13th of every month, just to make a little bit of progress. 2025 is going to be a year of Plum Street for me. I will be seeing Paulette, the designer for Plum Street Sampler, next April. So I definitely am going to be putting my Plum Street samplers in more focus than the rest of my projects, because I want to get a bunch of things done so I can bring it over to the brag table. So this is just so cute. I love this so much. So I am stitching this with the Vicky Clayton conversion. You can go check out Vicky Clayton. She has a lot of silk conversions for a lot of the patterns. And if you have a pattern that she doesn't have a conversion of, you can go ahead and just message her on that one. So that is Gold Tide Welcome. I am stitching that with a few friends. So that is always fun. So hopefully we'll be able to do like a Zoom session just so we can keep each other motivated to continue working on it. All right, so then the next one is a new start and a finish. This is not ironed, but this is my new start and finish. This is Olga's Tart. Again, this is another Plum Street. I love her so much. She is so cute. Yeah, this is Olga's Tart by Plum Street Samplers. And she's a small. I basically stitched her in 3 stitching days. So I started this Tuesday and finished it by Thursday. So it's not a lot. And I believe this is stitched on 36 count oatmeal from Fiber on a Whim. It looks so good, and I have plenty of fabric. Actually, I have quite a bit of fabric, so I can stitch maybe like 3 more. But I will be using the other half of the fabric because you'll see it on my purchase, but I purchased the companion piece, which is Clementine. So yeah, this is Olga. I am going to try to see if the tart that I have fits in here. I purchased some tarts from Annabella's, so I'm gonna see if the tart fits in here, because this one, the cover photo was is in a tart finish. So I'm gonna see if I can do the same thing, and I've also never done that kind of finishing before, so it's really exciting. I stitched this, I believe I used mainly all the called for colors. It's not really a lot. The only thing was the dye lot of my caramel corn kind of changed, so there's like a little bit of a difference over here, but not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, so this is another finish. I am so excited. I feel like I've been finishing up quite a lot in the last year, and I'm really happy about that. So hopefully by next year you'll see this as an FFO. Okay, so that's Olga's Tart. And then where else? I didn't end up finishing this project, but I finished, I think I left this off at a really good portion. Let me just see if I can find something to put it. We'll just do this. But this is Ghost and Goblin by the Scarlet House. And as you can see, I finished the pumpkin side. So let me see if I can find my pattern. It is kind of all over the place over here. I don't know exactly where the pattern is. I showed it in my previous video, so I think I found it. So this is the pattern. So I finished this side, so next year I will be focusing on the ghost and this black pumpkin. So I kind of ran out of steam at the end of October to do more Halloween finishes because I went crazy. But I really enjoyed stitching this one. He is so adorable. It looks like he's like taking a school picture by the way that he's cheesing. He looks so proud. So I am stitching this on a 32 count fabric from Nicholas Flamel Design. This is part of his Boo collection. So this is the black fabric from that collection. And this is 32 count if I mentioned that already. And I am stitching this with one strand. So one strand over two, or what we call shepherd's bush style. I just love how it looks. He just looks so good. And I love all the colors. So I'm stitching a majority of this with the called for. I think the only, I switched out 310. So the called for is DMC 310. But I thought it would be fun to use over dye, so I'm actually using Weeks Dye Works Kohl for the black, just so it has a little bit more variegation. And then at the time when I started this project, I didn't have Grasshopper, so that's a Weeks Dye Works Grasshopper. I didn't have it at the time, and so I subbed Pistachio by Weeks Dye Works, and you can't really tell the difference, so I thought it worked out just fine. So you're gonna see this come back out again next year so I can finish the second half, but so far have really enjoyed this stitch. This didn't take that long either. I think, let me just see, this is 4 stitching days looking at my calendar, so it doesn't take that long. I think if I wasn't so tired of all the Halloween stitching, I would have definitely finished this year. But yeah, so cute. Love this one. All right, so that is Ghosts and Goblins. And then this is my big start, another big start. And you guys know I've been planning this start for a while, but I also finally started my my next haunted house. So this is my start for Bump in the Night by Praiseworthy Stitches. So this fabric is 36 count Witch's Brew from Extrude Designs. It is so good, and I have the perfect needle minder. This is from Amy of X Stitching and Adventures. She gave this to me last year. Not last year, actually, in April for Stitch West when we were in Ogden. So this is my start so far. I love this one so much. And let me show you the pattern. This is on this really cute Coraline bag from Sheba Designs. This is my official haunted house bag. I've house sale at the Bubbling Cauldron here, but this is what the pattern looks like. So I started in the middle, but the middle is basically like white spacing. So I started here. I'll be stitching this house first. So this is where we were at. Yeah, I really love these haunted houses. This will be my 3rd one. And so this one is quite large. So I think it will take me about 2 years to finish, which is totally okay. I love this. and I have purchased all the called for colors, including the button packs. So it does come with buttons, which makes this super duper fun. So there's even a Dracula in there, so that will be so fun to stitch in the end. But yeah, it's quite a bit of colors, everybody. So I actually had to put it in 2 rings, so that because it's basically a combination of Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts. So there's also like this light effect thread. I have been using this since my very first haunted house from Praiseworthy, because you don't really need a lot. You usually just need it for when you do like the cobweb, so it's not too much. So yeah, I didn't really get a lot of time with this one. I've only worked on this for 1 day, so this is how far I went. But I'm going to prioritize Yuletide Welcome first, and then I think on the months where it ends in the 31st, I will pick this up until I finish Yuletide Welcome, and then it will be my 13th of every month project, similar to how I did the Sail at the Bubbling Cauldron. So yeah, I absolutely love this project. I say that to basically all my projects, but it's because it's true. I love every single one of them, and this is no exception. Always fun. I opted to do this on 36 count. My last 2 haunted houses were on 32, but this project is huge, and because it calls for all the, you know, fancy like over dyes and stuff, it's much more cost effective to do 36, so that I only need to use 1 strand of floss, so I don't have to buy as many skeins as it called for, because there were definitely a lot of multiple skeins in this project if you do it 2 over 2. So that is just my way for being a little bit more cost effective. These skeins are not getting cheaper, you all. So yeah, so that's Bump in the Night. And then I also tried is the key word. I tried my best to finish this block before Stitch West October. This is my 3rd block of Village of Hawkrun Hollow. As you can see, I did not really get as far as I wanted. I thought that I could finish this in 2 days, but no. First of all, I finished filling this entire banner, and then I started working on this huge building, which I underestimated how long this takes. So it's not done yet, but I do want to finish this block before the end of this year. So I started this project last October for Stitch West, so this has hit the 1-year anniversary mark. I do want to do 3 blocks per year so that I can finish this in 4 years, because it's a 12 block project. It's so beautiful though that I don't mind that it's gonna take a while. It's one of those gigantic projects that are really fun to stitch. This one was also really fun because I didn't realize that this is like the flag until I finally started to stitch on it. So that is super cool. So yeah, this is Village of Hawkrun Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And for this project, I am doing my own color conversion. So let me just show you. This is what the pattern looks like. It is huge, so I'm trying to finish this last one so that I can finally finish this for year 1, and then these 3 in the next year. So yeah, I'm doing color conversion using all over dyes from Stash, and so far so good. So we shall see. I'll talk about future plans because I did purchase, I am going to be starting Autumn at Hawkrun Hollow later, and a year of Hawkrun Hollow in the new year. So yeah, That is Village of Hawkran Hollow. And then last one, let me just see if it's in this. Like I said, oh, all my projects are everywhere. I just tangled up a thread in a project bag, so let me just fix that. Let's see, is this where it is? All right, yes it is. So my last whip that I worked on before heading to Stitch West, and I actually worked on it a little bit when I was there, is Babushka's Blossom by Plum Street. So this is where I'm at so far. I don't think that I'm done stitching this, so I think this is still gonna come out in the next month. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of fill-in. That pumpkin, all of those are fill-in. Same with these blossoms, those are also fill-in. So I don't even have the, oh no, here it is. This is what the project looks like. So I don't really have that much left to do. I think I can probably finish this in like a whole week if I really try, but I have so many projects that it might still take me a little bit of time, but I'm gonna try to aim to finish it. I really love this one. This is on 36 count oatmeal by Fiber on the Whim. So this is the same fabric as Olga's Tart. This is just so good. Oh, I forgot, sorry. For Village of Hawkran Hollow, this is on 36 count. I had to get a fat half, obviously, because it's huge, but this is on 36 count parchment by Zweigart. Okay, back to Babushka's Blossom. So I love this one so much. I am obsessed with this project. I've mentioned this several times already, but this is all thanks to Lisa from Black Coffee and Grits. It was her finish that I saw on Flosstube that enabled me so hard to, you know, start this project ASAP. So a lot of the colors I have in stash, so I was able to start this off really fast. I had to make a few substitutions, but I'll go over that later when I'm finished with the project. But yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna put this back into hoops so I can continue finishing this. I did work on this a little bit when I was at Stitch West. So at Stitch West, I basically did these. I did that Thursday when I got to Stitch West. So yeah, that is Babushka's Blossom. So that pretty much concludes all my whips prior to Stitch West. So now let's go through my Stitch West recap. I'm gonna do my best to remember everything. This is what happens when I don't film right off as soon as I'm done. But like I said, there's a bunch of people that have done Stitch West recap. Jordan did a good job of doing a recap if you'd like to check hers out. So Stitch West. Stitch West was last weekend, so it was from the 25th to the 27th, and so I actually got there on the 24th, which is a Thursday. So I took an early morning flight to Salt Lake that Thursday because we wanted to go shopping. So so if you've ever been to Stitch West is in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it is put together by Deb and Kef of Snug Harbor Crafts. And so this year is the first year that they were doing 2 retreats in 1 year, the spring and the fall. So for this year, I went to both. The spring one was in Ogden, and the guest designer was Primrose Cottages. And then this fall, which is in Salt Lake, the guest designer was Hands On Design. So that was super fun. And then I usually like going the day before the event starts so that I can get all my shopping out of the way. So especially during the fall where it's in Salt Lake City, it's a drive to get to the places that you want to go shopping. So there are a lot of good stores up in Salt Lake, but the two that I always go to every Stitch West are Shepherd's Bush and Stitchery Express. So they're not in Salt Lake, so you do have to drive. Then that's why I tend to go the day before so that me and my friends can just go shopping. And so by the time the event comes, we are just in the conference room, just stitching away all 3 days. So anyway, I came in early Thursday and then got to my hotel, checked into my room. Luckily, it was already ready by the time I got in. I got there at 10 a.m. And then I met up with my friend Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, and we headed straight down to Shepherd's Bush in Ogden. It's about like a 30-minute drive from Salt Lake. So it's pretty cool. I love Shepherd's Bush and I got so many things. Actually, no, that's not true. I didn't get a lot of things from Shepherd's Bush. My total was still big, not as big as last year. It's like a fraction of what I spent last year at Shepherd's Bush because they were completely picked out. They had a Shepherd's Bush retreat the week prior, and so a lot of the things are already out. So I didn't get a lot of things. But I got some big cuts of fabric. So that's why my total was still, you know, it's still some amount. Let's just say it that way. But definitely just a fraction of what I spent last year. Then we went to Slackwater. That was really cool. I love that place. We tend to go there now every time we go Shepherd's Bush shopping. And we got some pizzas to share, and then we went to Stitchery Express where a majority of my spend was used. And it was so fun. I love Stitchery Express. Cindy Sorley, the owner, is really sweet. And she has a lot of the patterns that I love. So if you ever get a chance, go ahead and visit Stitchery Express as well when you're out in Salt Lake. Then, so that's Thursday, and then we got back to our hotel. We were playing with our patterns and flosses in bed. That was so fun. And just spread around in the bed, just like playing with flosses. And then Thursday night, we went downstairs for some late night stitching. And yeah, that's where I worked on Babushka's Blossom at the, we found this table near the gift shop. So that one was fun. And then there's like a lot of people that are just staying in the hotel and just like wandering around. So a bunch of them have come over to check out our stitching. They wanted to know, you know, oh, like what is happening. There seems to be a lot of stitchers. Is there like a convention? So that was fun. We definitely also met this couple, and I was so impressed. This guy knew what a needle minder was, and I told him that I was very impressed, and he was like, I'm the husband of a quilter. I have learned to know these things over the years. And she was there too, and she started laughing. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that was Thursday. Oh, and my roommate for this retreat was Amy of X Stitching and Adventures, and we were able to get Lorinda and Jordan a room right across from us. So that one's fun. So that was like really convenient since, you know, we pretty much like just hanged out all weekend, which is so fun. Okay, so we did that. Had a lot of dirty sodas, by the way. If you are not familiar with dirty sodas, you can look it up. But Some of them, like a really popular store is called Swig. It's so good. I tried so many different flavors over the weekend, but they're basically like sodas with like creams and stuff. So I like to get the founder from Swig. It's basically Diet Coke with coconut cream and lime. Don't knock it till you try it. It is quite good. I also don't drink a lot of sodas here when I'm at home because we never have them in stock. And I usually just drink sparkling water. So this is always a treat when I go to Salt Lake. I also tried a different flavor this time called Texas Tab, which is basically Dr. Pepper with vanilla and coconut cream. And then we went to try this whole new place that is not Swig. It's kind of like Swig. And I got what I guess you would call like a refresher, which is the base is water. So the base is water and then they have like different flavorings on it. So I got a refresher. It was really good. It was like, I think it has like peach on it and pineapple. And then I also got an energy based one because I needed caffeine. And that one was also good. The base was Pink Monster. It was so good. I don't even remember what the other like things that they put in it, but it was so good. So till next time, I probably won't be able to go again until October. So at least hopefully I can, and then I can get more Swig. Anyway, so those are my dirty soda adventures. So Friday is the start of Stitch West. I came in early because I was helping set up the vendors. So both Jordan and Lorinda. Lorinda is the Mary Crow. They were both vending, so I was out there helping with Amy. So we took the entire 2 hours because there's a lot to set up, but the booth is so nice. I always love helping out in the booths. I've never worked retail, so to me that's always like fun just to like kind of like dab a little bit. I mean, it's definitely nothing like working in retail, but it's like just getting my feet a little bit wet. So I like that. And then the day started, so much shopping. There's so much shopping in the annex of Stitch West, so you will definitely need to save up if you want to go because there's just so much. One of my favorite new shops to shop this year was Chicks and Stitches. The owner's name is Laura. She brought her aunt with her as well. Oh my god, she was like right next to Jordan's table, and so I keep coming over there to like check because she bought so much floss, and so I just keep coming back there for all this for all the floss that I need. I'm also sometimes very lazy. I didn't want to go back upstairs because that's where all my haul was, and I technically bought those flosses for a different project, and so I would just hang out at Laura's table to see if she has the color that I need, and I would just get it. So it was so good. And I'll show the rest of my haul later. But yeah, and she was so sweet as well. So I did that. Yeah, so then Friday night was the hands-on design presentation. So let me show you the project. So first of all, this is the project from Hands-On Design. It was amazing to meet Kathy and her husband, Mr. HOD. I don't actually know his name, but this is the project that we received for the retreat. This is an exclusive from Stitch West. It may be available to the general public after a year, but this is like a very nicely kitted up project. So first of all, this is the project called Make Today Count. It is so nice. And well, she gave us everything. So she gave us all of the boards that we need to help finish it, as well as all the flosses. Oh, it also came with a pen. But yeah, all the flosses, all the called for DMCs. Um, she also gave us, what else did she give us? She gave us the backing, the fabric. This is called Slate from Fabrics by Stephanie. And then, what else? Stickers, the rickrack finish, also like backing fabric. She also made this really cute needle book and gave all of us, we were like more than 200, and she basically made all of these for everybody, and also gave us her favorite needles, which is the bohin needle size 26, which is perfect because I actually love bohin. I get these in bulk from my LNS, so I can never have enough of this, and it's so cute. So we did that. It actually came with a lot more stuff. I just need to figure out where I put the rest of it. And then on top of that, she also gave us the wooden board that is seen on that finish. So this is the wooden board, and it has the HOD logo. This is from Chantal 141. So cool. I'm excited. So that was Friday. That was what she ended up giving us. And then as I'm sitting here talking about hands-on design, I completely forgot to mention everything else that happened during that day. So the event started. This is why I'm all over the place sometimes, because it's been a while. But so when you register at the front and get your name badge and everything, you also get this super cute project bag as part of your retreat event. Someone made this project bag for everybody. It is so well made and it's very big. So I can't recall the name of the person that made this, but she's very talented, and I'm impressed because she had to make over 200 of this. Like, I think we had 220 people, like around that many. So it's impressive that she made that much. Yeah, and I just completely butchered this because now I can't seem to open it. All right. Oh, this is where the other one is. I'll show that in a bit. So, table gifts. So, this is why I said I'm all over the place. So, we were table 22 at Stitch West. We had a full table this year. So, each table can hold 8 people. So, in my table, I'm just gonna go around like how we were seated, but to my right, I had Jordan, and then Lorinda, the Mary Crow, and then next to Lorinda is Chantal from Chantal 141, and then Nicole Spore. I think her channel is just Nicole Spore, and then Rika of House of Stitch and Stash, and then Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, and then to my left is Amy of X Stitching and Adventures. So it was super fun to have a full table this year. And then let me just go over the table gifts that I've received. So there's, it's not, this is by the way, this is all optional. I've had people mention before how it's a little overwhelming to do table gifts. So just so you know, these are all optional. It's up to you if you would like to give a gift to your table. It's not a requirement. Aside from table gifts, there's also people that make gifts for everybody at the retreat, or for people that are, that they know they're gonna meet at the retreat. But again, everything is optional, okay? But let me just go over some of the things that I received. So first of all, I got this pin from Ray of Ray Stitching Sunshine. She is known for her hedgehogs. So this year I got this pin. Also, she also made these, so I forgot, but I picked this up from her table. She said everyone can grab some if you want, so this is super cute. She's really into Disney, so I got this one. Really cute. And I use a lot of the things that she gives out every single year. What else? All right, so some of the table gifts. Trying to make sure nothing is like falling apart. I also have so much. This one is a gift from Melissa of My Sweeties 3 Stitching. This is so nice, but it basically comes with a floss ring with this really cute charm, and it came with a thread. And this is Gast Gentle Arts Witching Hour, which is perfect because it's Halloween theme. This is really generous, and I think she made one for a lot of people. I don't know if she made one for the whole retreat, but I believe my whole table got one, so she must have had. So yeah, that was very generous. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I have been able to find it, but there's also a very nice lady. Her name is Ann Kinney, and she basically gave this like huge bag. It has candy in it, and then there's like a ton of counting pins. So I don't know if I brought it out with me. I'm here in my living room, but it's huge. Like, I think each person got about 5 or 6, and they're gigantic counting pins. And she gave that out to everybody at the retreat. So that is amazing. That's a lot of labor. So thank you so much. I really love counting pins. I actually have been using them quite a lot. All right, so then table gifts. This is like a mishmash of everything. Amy X Stitching Adventures gave us this pouch. It also came with candy, but I already put that away into my candy bowl. And then it also came with these curved scissors, which is going to be very helpful because I cut my threads from the front. So thank you, Amy. And then what else? Got this bag from Chantel 141. This is basically like an emergency kit, which is pretty cool. Basically, it's like everything that you'll need that you don't think you do. So like hand cream. Definitely needed this because Utah is so dry for my skin. You get ibuprofen. You get lens wipes. Yeah, basically like emergency things that you don't think about but probably need. So that's pretty cool. Nicole Spore gave us this super cute star. This is so cute. Very well made. Can't wait. I now have like a bowl to put this on. And then she also gave us this really nice scissor fob that says spooky. Really cute. And then she gave us she gave out her favorite pair of needles. This is from Lori Holt, and this is the size 28 needles. And then a ring. So that's from Nicole. Lorinda, the Mary Crow, gave us this tray. And it also came with a bunch of things. So there's honey, or sorry, this isn't honey. Well, it's like wax. So there's like honeycomb, there's like a bee. It's basically like a bee themed. There's like honey chews. I already ate a lot of those, so that's up to my side. It also came with like a bottle of honey, which is great because I ran out. So yeah, and then I just saw it earlier, but there was also like a needle minder. I have so much in this like couch. Oh, here it is. This also came from Lorinda, which is a bee theme scissor fob slash magnet. So really cool. My friend Jordan gave out her caramels from that shop next to her, like near her house. And I ate all of them already. They were so good. I got the huckleberry one and it was so good. So I have nothing to show because I already ate it. Oh, it also came with a floss ring. And it's somewhere in here because I am already using it for a project. But it's so cute. I will show it when I show up my project. Or no, it's right here. Ha! I can show you. But this is the floss ring that she gave, and it has this thing. It's so cute. It's a cute gnome. So yeah, that's from Jordan. And then Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher. I might have broken this during my flight, but basically she gave us these acorn and pumpkin. And then she also made this for everybody at the table, and I put it in my travel scissor. The ribbon used to be super cute based on how she tied it, but mine came off, and so I retied it, and now it looks so bad. So it's not what it looked like when she gave it. It's just I don't know how to make it cute. But yeah, it's super cute. She stitched everybody's initials. Oh, and then Rika basically bought us a chart while we were at Shepherd's Bush because she said she didn't have a table gift. And so she grabbed a chart from all of our baskets. And so this is from Rika. This is called Bittersweet and Broomsticks from With Thy Needle and Thread. And yeah, she got that for me as a table gift from Shepherd's Bush. I picked up this pattern. Like, it's a cute Halloween pattern, but Shepherd's Bush did a color conversion on this and they had it on display and I just had to get it. Some of you may or may not know, but Shepherd's Bush tends to sometimes do their own conversion, and you can only get the conversion if you buy the chart from their store or if you buy the threads from their store. So I love their conversions. They're just so good. And so yeah, I picked this up and I can't wait to stitch it next year. They also tend to do this like Shepherd's Bush style, which is 1/2 on like higher count, like 32 count. And it just looks so good. All right, so I think that is all the table gifts. Okay, so I think that pretty much concludes Friday. I think, I'm trying to remember. And then Saturday, okay, I opted out of the smalls exchange because I just wasn't feeling that confident about my finishing. So I ended up opting out. But maybe someday I will have the confidence to really just participate. But yeah, we shall see someday. But yeah, I didn't participate on that one. Then Saturday, I'm trying to see if I can find a picture. Oh, I wanted to show you what I ended up giving as table gifts. But I made these floss rings with charms. So I made those and I gave those away. That was my first time making them. So that one's super fun. It wasn't that hard, but hopefully they stay together. Yeah. Oh, I also received a box of treats from Black Saddle Ranch. Her name is Jennifer. I've been talking to her on Instagram. She is so sweet. And she gave that to me and it was so good. I already ate it. So I have nothing to show, but I wanted to mention that. That was really sweet. Okay. So then Saturday, didn't participate in the smalls exchange. Then they came out, they kind of alluded to it on Friday that there was going to be part 2 surprise from Hands-On Design, and they ended up giving us on Saturday a second exclusive design. This is really funny. Leave Me Alone pinwheel. And then I've actually never really participated in like I've never attended any hands-on design classes before, but apparently they are very much like really good about finishing tutorials. And so she did a tutorial on how to lace your fabric. I'm not going to show you the back. It is terrible. I'm going to redo this. So this is the front that you're going to see. The back side is private. But yeah, it was pretty fun, albeit a little bit nerve-wracking. But it was cool. She also gave us these. Again, this is from Chantal, but it's so that the project can lean, that board that I showed earlier. She gave us all of these. And this pinwheel, they gave us enough fabric Friday to be able to fit the rest of these. So I'm really happy that they thought about all of that stuff. There are other freebies that we got during the event. Okay, I found it. I couldn't remember where it was, but Debbie and Kev came by and gave everyone these like these Ort bags. Why is mine like this? Oh, it's like stuck. But basically it has a magnet. So like, yeah, you can do that. And then you can put it on like your magnet board at home. It's like an Ort catcher. It is so cool, and it matches that bag that they gave us at the retreat. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be using it because I never really, like I always say I do, but I don't. I never really put my Orts in its place. It's still at the edge of my couch, no matter how many I have. All right, so yeah, I think that was Saturday. And then Sunday was the last day. I was very sad to see my friends leave. Jordan ended up staying with me until 2:30. My flight actually got delayed. I was supposed to fly out at 6, but then my flight got delayed. Or I think my flight was supposed to leave at 7, then it got delayed for another hour. So I didn't end up leaving Salt Lake until 8 o'clock. And I didn't get home until 9:30. But Jordan left at 2:30. I was so sad to see her go. Oh, it's fine. I get to see her in April, and we're gonna have lots of FaceTime until then. But anyway, she was so sweet. So she didn't want me to be by myself, and so she actually had me meet up with like another table. And so I got adopted into another table, and I ended up sitting with Deb and Kev of Snug Harbor Crafts, Pam of Just Keep Stitching, Alexa and her mom Judy. They are so sweet. And then there was another stitcher named Carol at the table. So that was super fun. I had a lot of laugh in such a short period of time. They were all so sweet. We really got into true crime. I'm not gonna say why we started talking about this, but we Alexa has never heard of the Laurie Vallow, Chad Daybell true crime. And so we were trying to tell her everything that happened. I was so passionate about talking about it that I made a mistake in my project and I had to frog it because I used the wrong color because I was just so into it talking about the story. True crime is my jam. But I was especially really like not intrigued, but like I was following this story very heavily. And so yeah, when she said she didn't know what it was, I was like, oh my god. And then like Deb was also like talking about it. It was just so good. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of laughs. It was so good to sit with them, and I really appreciate being adopted into that table. That was super fun. Okay, so that was, that was Stitch West. I also wanted to just give a few shout outs. So I already mentioned Jennifer of Black Saddle Ranch. Again, it was so good to meet her. She is just so sweet, and it was finally good to put a face next to the name. Her friend Karen of Aunt Karen's Creations was also super nice. So it was great talking to both of them. I also ended up meeting and getting to know Shelly of Shelly K Stitches. She was so sweet. It was also so good to see Jackie Beechner again. Her YouTube, she has a Flosstube called Jack's Creative Inspiration. So she's always so nice and she always has a smile on her face whenever you see her. So hi Jackie. And then we also have, it's always so nice to see, now that I've gone to these retreats, I've tend to like see some people all the time, and so it was so good to see Alma, Stephanie, and Raquel again. Their table is a lot of fun. Every time I look up, they are doing something. Like the other day I was just looking up and then all of a sudden they were all wearing witchy hats. So that's so fun. So I'm glad that they always come to this retreats and just have the best time. I also wanted to give a shout out to some people that have stopped by and said hi to me. So there's Jennifer of Wine Country Stitcher. And then there's Anna Maria, Joanna, and Audrey. Thank you all so much for stopping by and saying hello. I really appreciate it. It was so good to talk to all of you. I'm sorry that for some of you I had to run. I was helping out. With putting stuff away, and so I had to run. So sorry to cut our conversation short, but I was really happy to have met some of you guys. So like I said, if you guys ever see me at my LNS, I know some of you have said hi when I was there, or at retreats. I really appreciate it. It's always so nice to talk to people, especially if I've talked to you over on the messages. It's always nice to finally get to meet in person. Okay, so I hope you're ready for all the haul. I know we're in an hour, so if you're not into haul, well, this is it, and I will see you in maybe like a week or two. But if you're here for the haul, and I know some of you are because you have messaged me, Christy from Floss Boss and Cousin. Yeah, get ready for all the haul. Just an FYI. Oh, before I get into a haul, I didn't talk about what I stitched at Stitch West. Duh. Okay, sorry. Before we get into the haul, this is a new start and finish, but this is Be Thankful from With Thy Needle and Thread. I can't believe I almost forgot to show this, but this is my start and finish Unfortunately, I did not get to finish this at Stitch West. I ran out of time, but I did finish it a few days after. I started this Friday night, and yeah, it was so good. This is on 32 count rustic drab by Extrude Designs. And again, this is 1/2 stitching. So I'm gonna finish this and pop it into that frame that I had and replace my home sweet home for the season. It's really cool, and this is so easy. I finished this again in like about 3 stitching days. So super fun. And then I actually have another new start. This is why I can't believe I didn't show this. But I was stitching this. So this is my new start at Stitch West with Be Thankful. But this is Grace Doth Abound from Plum Street Sampler. So it is so pretty. This is stitched on 36 count baked clay from Fox and Rabbit. I purchased this fabric from Chicks and Stitches at Stitch West. Oh, I love this so much. This is the pattern. I picked this up from Stitchery Express. I have been wanting this pattern for a while now because I'm in love with the border and the house. And so I was so happy to see it at Stitchery Express, and I fully kitted it there and started it at Stitch West. I actually have one more. I am so all over the place. I can't believe I almost didn't even mention this, but I had a new start on November 1st. So this is after Stitch West, but I mentioned this before, but I wanted to start Emmeline Purnell from Hands Across the Sea. I picked this up. This is an Acorns and Thread exclusive. So if you would like to purchase this, I believe they have, they still have some in stock. And I am using the Vicky Clayton conversion. They're beautiful. But yeah, I started this November 1st, and this is my progress so far. This is on 40 count fabric from Cedar River Linen called Overcast. My original plan was to stitch this on a 40 count color and cotton, but the weave on that color and cotton fabric that I picked was so tight that my stitches were just not laying nicely. They're very squished. And so I got another 40 that didn't look as tight, and this is the fabric. I love this. This is 1 day of stitching, so came by really fast. This is a memorial piece that I am stitching, dedicated to my grandmother and my husband's grandmother. So I will be putting their initials at the end when I'm done with this project. So I can't believe I almost forgot to show that over. All right, I'm done. Now we're into the haul. I promise. I have a lot of haul. This is going to be a combination of Shepherd's Bush, Stitchery Express, and I also have some haul from my LNS and Lindy Stitches. So they're all over. I also have, and more Stitch West stuff. They're just all over the place. So you can feel free to pause this video to go grab a drink because it's gonna be a long one. I don't even know where to begin, to be quite honest with you. All right, I guess let me go through, I know this is from my LNS because it's in a purple bag, which is my LNS bag. And you might be thinking, didn't you just go to your LNS? Well, you know what? I came home from Stitch West and I still wanted more fabric. So I did. Okay, first of all, I went to 2 times again in the last week. First of all, I had to return something from my LNS, and they were so gracious enough to let me return things. But, you know, it was going to be store credit. And so, obviously, I just exchanged it with more things to buy. So, I picked up this pattern that I saw the last time I was there, and I really, really like it. I love houses. So, this one is so fun. I've also never stitched anything from La Di Da, and I love this. This is called One Stitch at a Time. It is so good, so pretty. So I picked that up, and all the called for flosses. I also had them do like a price. They did like a price thing, the price correction on something that I purchased. And yeah, I picked that up in exchange for my scissors. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of different ones. I also picked up this project, and I kitted this. Well, I didn't kit up everything, or maybe I did. I think I did. I ended up kitting this project up because I think this is going to be my new start in February. I'm already thinking ahead, but I thought that this is so good. This is Adorn Your Heart by Plum Street Sampler, and I thought that this would look so good as a Valentine's Day piece. Perfect project for Valentine's Day. So I picked this up, so it's ready to go. But yeah, it is so cute. I love this one. And I kitted up all the floss and stuff. I picked up some stocking stuffers for a few people. We shall see. I picked up, no, I don't want to show this because people might see it. You'll just see it on their Flosstube. Sorry to you. I don't want to show the stocking stuffers because that's going to be gifts for people. But yeah, I did kit that up. And then the rest of my haul from my LNS are all fabric because I love fabric. To put it in, this is my fabric haul. All right, so first of all, I picked up this fabric from Fiber on a Whim. I love this color. This is extra light sand dune. Sorry, it's just called extra light dunes. This is extra light dunes from Fiber on a Whim, 36 count. I love this so much. It's so good. Kind of reminds me of a lakeside, and I love stitching on Fiber on a Whim. Their fabrics are just so nice. I picked up a fat half of vintage navy bean from Lakeside Linens. I love this, and I'm super happy because when I picked this up, so I purchased Jenny Bean Christmas sampler from 123 Stitch, and that is coming to me. So when I purchased it, I realized that the call for fabric for Jenny Bean Christmas is this color, vintage navy bean. So I'm super excited that I get to stitch using the called for fabric. So I got 2 fat quarters of that. I picked up a fat half. Or no, this is not a fat half. This is a fat quarter of Fabrics by Stephanie. This is 36 count chocolate milk. So good. I really like that one. picked up a fat quarter of 36 count ballet slippers from Fox and Rabbit. This is so good. I'm gonna turn off the light to see. I don't think that makes a difference, but yeah, I really like that a lot. What else? This is my other cut of navy bean. I picked up pear, a fat quarter of pear. So the last time I picked up vintage pear, so this is just a regular pear. This is a fat quarter. This is a call for 'tis the season, so really pretty. I've learned to just pick up whatever my LNS has in stash for Lakeside linens because they're just so good. I picked up a fat quarter of salt bush from Fox and Rabbit. I have cuts of salt bush already, but there are on 40 count. So I am just trying to stock up on 36 because my 40s are overwhelming and I don't have as much 36. So I'm doing 36. I also stocked up on more vintage sand dune from Lakeside Linens. This is a fat half of 40 count. I picked up 40 because vintage sand dune is used a lot by Hands Across the Sea, and I love my Hands Across the Sea on 40 or 46. So I picked up a fat half of that. And then lastly, from my LNS, I picked up two, I think, yeah, these are two fat eighths of Exemplar from Lakeside Linens. They have like small cuts. So I got 2 of these. These are fat eighths. And then more floss for my patterns. I'm gonna put that inside so that I know what they're for. So that is it from my LNS. And then let's go through all things Stitch West. Hi, where do I start? All right, well, let's start first with like these. Oh, lordy lord, what are these? These are project bags. Okay, so first of all, I always get something from Cheryl. She makes these really cute ones. I always love her zipper pulls because they're so big. And she made sure that there's some dog fabrics for me. I actually buy these for my mom and my sister, so one of them will be getting this project bag for Christmas. So cool. And then I had to get something from Jordan, my bestie. Not because I had to, but because who can say no to this? I mean, look how beautiful this fabric is. This is so good. And I'm in love. Look how cute the inside has like these like polka dots. They're just so good. And then the charm is like the strawberry shortcake. Come on. And I have some haul samplers that would look really good inside this project bag. So stay tuned in a few minutes. But yeah, this is from Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher. She posted the last few of her bags. I don't know if she has any more available, but feel free to reach out. And then lastly, for project folios, I have been obsessed with the Beehive Stitchers folios. Her name is Diane, and I managed to grab 3 folios from her. One I reserved ahead of time, and I'm so happy. They're all Teresa Kogut folios. They're so good. Her stitching is impeccable. her pricing is really affordable. I believe this is $60. Yeah, it's $60 for each one. Like, this is really good. So, y'all, the Bittersweet Farm. I love this fabric. Look how beautiful. Ugh. Ah, look at the inside. It's so good. Oh, so good. So good. Both vinyl and then more than enough pockets. It's quilted. It's just so good. And then I managed to get some for Christmas. This is the Up in a House top fabric. So I got this red one. It is so cute. The inside is this. I am so in love. I love this so much. They're so good. And then I have been wanting a Hop Hop Hooray folio, and I managed to grab one. Last April, when she first came to Stitch West, this got swooped so hard, and I was so bummed. I think Amy got the last one last year, so I've managed to grab one this time. But yeah, the Hop Hop Hooray, and then this is the inside. Oh, it is so good. I'm so happy. Excuse the huffing and puffing if you're hearing this. This is my Hibiki's right next to me, and he's watching people come with their dogs. Oh, that was so good. So that was from the Beehive Stitcher. Oh, from Cheryl as well. I picked up a few fabrics from her. She was selling these fat quarters for like $4 each, I believe. So I picked up a few so that I can finish some pillows. I picked this up. This is like a really cute bee. This one's so pretty. And then I picked up a few fall ones. Believe this is a Teresa Kogut. And this. So I picked those up because I need to finish some of my things as pillows. Right. And then Chicks and Stitches. This is what happens when you're right next to her. She just like has all of these different ones. So I basically just picked up colors that I feel like would be good. I picked up a lot for like projects that I feel like I see those all the time, or I feel like I might be missing. I don't have a lot of classic colorworks, so I went and grabbed a few of them, or a lot of them. Not a few, a lot of them. But yeah, they're just so good. So good colors. And then I also picked up red, old red paint, because I swear that this is called for and I didn't have it. Oh, and I also picked up this red called Ribbon Red. They're so pretty. And then she was also giving away like this bobbin. It's so cute. It says Chicks and Stitches. So that one's cute. All right, so that was that. I don't have it with me because I left it in the room, but I picked up a light holder from Emily Michelle. I'd rather be cross stitching, so I picked up this light holder. This is perfect for the odd light halo day glow that everyone has. So I usually bring my other one, my daylight, but it's really heavy, and so I wanted to try the other one. and it fit perfectly. So I bought that over at Stitch West. It's in my room though. All right, and then let's go through. Like, honestly, I have so much stuff in here. Like, it's crazy how much it's busting. Hands On Design was having their own trunk show, so I went ahead and picked up a few patterns from them. So first of all, I couldn't resist. This one is called Woof. They also had the finish of this one, so I picked up this pattern. It also comes with that felt at the top. That's super cute. I also picked this up. I really like this. This is a vintage stitch 2 hexie. This is super cute. And then I picked up the Gather series, like 2 of them. So I picked this one up that I want to start ASAP. This is called Gather Pumpkins and Gather Pine Cones. So I definitely want to start the Gather Pumpkins first. And I think I will do my Victoria Motto flosses in it just to make that fun. So I did that. What else? I picked up a few fabrics. So Hands On Design, aside from like their things, they were also selling some fabrics. So I picked up, this is the only 36 count fabric that I managed to find, but this is a fat quarter of toasted almond from Fabrics by Stephanie. So I picked up a 36 count from the Hands On Design booth. And I also picked up a 32 count chocolate milk. So I picked up the 36 count from my LNS, and I picked up a 32 count for the Gather series. So this is the 32 count. I thought it would look really good. What else? I picked up some fabrics from from Shepherd's Bush. So I picked up a fat half of this fabric, and this is called Creme Brulee by R&R. It's just, I picked up a fat half. So good. Is that what I picked up? I'm pretty sure that's what I bought. Yeah. Oh, and then I picked up this 32 count fabric. This one doesn't have any like name on it, so I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. Again, I stitch a bunch of stuff on 32 count. I love doing it 1/2, so I just picked that up. This box just had so much. All right. What else? Oh yeah. I picked up a fat half of iced cappuccino. Again, this is from R&R from Shepherd's Bush. So I picked that up. And I also picked up a quarter of vintage homespun by R&R. So yeah, the Shepherd's Bush fabric stuff was kind of lacking because it was the Shepherd's Bush retreat the week prior, so I didn't get a lot, but those were the fabrics that I ended up picking. All right, and then the rest I picked up patterns and flosses, so I kitted up a lot of stuff. So first of all, what else do I have? I asked Rika to pick me up a copy of Winter Berries and Pine from Brenda Gervais when she was at the Shepherd's Bush Retreat, and she kindly picked this up for me. I have been wanting to purchase this for a while, but it's been sold out of Country Stitchers, which is Brenda's website. I've been waiting for this to be generally released to the public, but they haven't. So I am so happy to finally get my hands on it. I will be stitching this year. But yeah, this is Winter Berries and Pine. I also picked up, I already showed that to you. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I would be all over the place. Where did it go? Okay, let's go through this pile. Oh, this is not from Shepherd's Bush. I finally received my copy of Real Comfort by Plum Street Samplers. I pre-ordered this from Lindy Stitches. I was hoping that this was gonna come before Stitch West because I wanted this to be my Stitch West new start, but it didn't. It came when I got back, so unfortunately, I'm kind of not in the mood to stitch this anymore this year, so I am just gonna have this fully kitted to start next year. So, but yeah, this is Real Comfort. I also received a Happy Mail, Stitchy Kindness. Someone messaged me if I would like their Olga's Autumn Stocking, and they also gave me the floss drops that they used for that, so that was super sweet. Her name is Kathy. But yeah, she was so sweet to send this to me. I'm excited. I'm gonna start this next year as well. I just love Olga. So where's that? Oh, this is what I was looking for. I picked up this pattern and also fully kitted it at the retreat. This is called Autumn's Fruitful Labor by Brenda Gervais. I will be starting this next week. It is so good. You're gonna see on my haul that it's a year of Brenda Gervais. All right, so what else did I get? So this is, I combined everything. Look at all the flosses that I got. It is huge. But we'll go over all the charts that I got. Oh, this is not a chart, but I did pick up a needle minder from Flamingo Toes, the Patriotic Barn. I've been wanting to get that. And then Shepherd's Bush always gives you like these needles within this case, so there should be a needle in there. All right, so again, this is a combo of like Stitchery Express and Shepherd's Bush. Let's start off with the big ones. I picked up A Year of Hawkrun Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. My plan is to actually start this next year in 2025. So what I will actually do is I will be stitching each block in each corresponding month. So even if I'm not done with this, I'll start this when February starts and so on. I am planning to, well, we shall see. I haven't received it yet, but I have messaged Color and Cotton to help me do a color conversion on this using their colors. So we shall see what they come up with. So yeah, I picked up the pattern. I picked up Mary Ann Kopp from Brenda Gervais. As you can see, I am putting away some of the flosses so I can be ready to go. I love this color. I picked up Feliz Navidad by Blackbird Designs. I will be starting this in December. I'm really excited. This is going to be my Christmas start or like December start for Christmas. I fully kitted this up, so I'm excited. This is a pattern that I think would go really well with the bag that I got from Jordan, but this is Elizabeth Hunt 1841. I also fully kitted this up. This is again from Brenda Gervais. This is another pattern that I think would look really good in that Jordan bag that I'm also going to be starting soon. I kitted this up as well. This is To by Julia from the Shakespeare's Peddler. It's so good. So I picked this up. I picked up Yuletide Welcome from Plum Street Sampler. I picked this up at Shepherd's Bush because they have the Shepherd's Bush conversion. So I'm super excited. They converted the 3 NPIs into their own changes. So that's why I picked up this, so that I can get the conversion. So super excited. The called for is vintage buttercream, which I have in stash. So I'm super excited that I get to, again, use the color in stash. I picked up Joy and Good Cheer, which is the next series that I will be stitching in. Since I finished Be Thankful, I will be starting this soon so I can have this display for December. So Joy and Good Cheer. I picked up this book called Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee by With Thy Needle. It has so many cute projects. So there's this 3. There's also these. So I'm so excited to pick these up to stitch next year. I picked up Easter Parade from Blackbird Designs. It's a good spring pattern. I picked up God Bless America by Plum Street. I love that house. I loved everything about this, so really cool. Clementine. So this is gonna go with Olga. Clementine. He's so cute. This one I picked up Manor at Quaker Hill. And I can't wait for Manor at Swan Garden to come out next year. I picked up Blessed Bee. And this one I picked up at Shepherd's Bush because they have their color conversion. And I loved how it looked. So I picked that up. So I will be using the conversion. At Home by Brenda Gervais. I think I kitted this up. This is Jenny Bean Halloween. I picked this up because they have the color conversion from Shepherd's Bush. So I have all of the called for colors, and I also have the fabric, which is Ligonier's Latte from R&R. Or Weeks Dye Works, I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's Weeks Dye Works. But yeah, I'm excited. And I picked up the Jenny Bean Christmas from 123. All right. I wanted this one, the Witch's Brew. I saw Mama Bear Stitchery, Debbie, finished this in April. I love this one. I also love this one, Baltimore Salt Box. This is Wool and Flax. Witch's Night Out. I bought this one from Shepherd's Bush to use their color conversion. I love the model stitch. Feels Like Fall, because I didn't have that one. Summer Swan. because I actually never picked up the summer, so I'm excited. This is Candy Cane Wishes, Spring Serenade. I love it when they have these series. So this is Cup of Christmas Cheer. You're gonna see a lot of this stitched in the next few months. Love this. Here a peep, there a peep. Spirits and Spells. This is Jingle All the Way. These are small. These are 55 by 80, so they're really small. Merry Old Soul. I picked this up so that it goes well with my Boo to You that I just finished. Again, the spring to go with Boo to You. This is Harrietta and Co. And then all the flosses. Wow. Oh my gosh. I also forgot to mention this. So I picked this up from my LNS. This is the 12 Days of Stitching 12 Days of Christmas Stocking by Annie Bees. This is so good. And I am going to stitch this on 32 count slate by Fabrics by Stephanie. So it's the same fabric that they gave us for hands-on design. I didn't realize that because I didn't look, but I picked up more of this to stitch because I really like the black, and I have some of these chenille trims already. So I think we're gonna try to make a few of this every year to put up on the tree. So I thought that that would be super duper fun. But yeah, that is it. I hope that you were able to stick around till the very end of this video. And I hope that you enjoyed everything. I will probably be back next week because this is really exciting for me, but someone must have been listening. But like last video, I mentioned that I wanted to learn how to quilt. And so Mrs. Quilty actually reached out to me to see if I would be interested in reviewing their subscription box. So I did receive that box, so I will be doing an unboxing of that one because I really want to know how to quilt. So that box is supposed to be beginner friendly, so we shall see how beginner friendly it is for someone like me who has never stitched it. So stay tuned for that one as well. I will have many new starts for this month. I will be traveling for half the month, but I will be bringing some stuff to stitch. So there will not be any time lost. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye.